Triathlon season has started, you've done your first open water swim, and somewhere along the line, you ended up way off course. This happens to me more frequently than I would like, and I think I have some suggestions for you that should be able to help me and also you. So please just tune in, and I'm going to have some stuff for sighting and some stuff for alignment as well, and I think this is really going to help you a lot. So the first thing is you want to be able to keep your eye on the buoy without it messing up your swimming a lot. So this is going to come down to sighting effectively, and the way you need to do this is to make sure that it is as subtle as possible. So I really think that if you keep it quick and you keep it small, you can build your sighting into your strokes so that you can almost do it every stroke and it really doesn't affect your swimming that much. And when you really nail this in the pool, it can really make a big difference in your open water swimming, because you know if you put your head down and you just start swimming, you never know where you're going to be when you finally look again. So it's a good idea to be sighting pretty frequently. In fact, I recommend to people to sight about every 3 breaths when you're getting started, because you don't know how the wind and other environmental conditions might influence things. If things are going great, you could wait until every 5 breaths or even 7, but never go more than 9. So you just don't be that person who just puts their head down and goes, and by the time they wake up, there's a kayak and they're super far away from everyone and the kayakers trying to rescue them. So sighting frequently can be easy if you do it right. And the key is when you sight above the water, all you want to lift is your eyes, ideally. Maybe your nose, but you should never ever breathe forward. Because if you try to breathe forward, chances are when your mouth is open, a wave is going to go straight in your mouth, and you don't want that. No one likes choking on water and open water, so do not try to breathe forward. You're going to take a quick look and then turn your head to the side. So the way you can practice this in the pool is as you're swimming along, just take a quick look and then put your head back down and breathe it another time. So get used to just lifting a little bit, seeing a specific object on the pool deck or on the wall there that you're looking for, and then put it right back down and breathe it another time. Once you get smooth with that, now you can start to link it up to a breath. So let's say that your right arm is going to enter. You're going to take a quick look forward and then breathe to the left. Quick look forward and breathe to the left. With the other arm, same thing. Quick look forward and then breathe to the right. Quick look forward and then breathe to the right. But if you've gotten used to just taking that quick, small look and then you breathe to the side, then you will be less likely to try to breathe forward. Now, sometimes there are going to be big waves or there's a lot of people, and that kind of condition is going to require you to lift a little bit higher, but that would not necessarily be your go-to. All right, if you're trying to lift your head a lot and your whole head is coming out of the water, obviously that's going to make you more tired. So practice that small lift. Okay, so that's number 1, making sighting so subtle that you can do it pretty much every time. Build this into your warm-up, get really good at it. Number 2 is making sure that there's not something in your swimming that's causing you to go off course, so that you're constantly having to course correct. So if you tend to swim really straight, then every time you look really fast, the buoy's going to be right in front of you. That's the ideal situation. If you find that you're drifting to one side pretty much all the time, I tend to drift left. This has been the bane of my existence for a long time, and for you, maybe it's to the right side. There are a few hints in your alignment, things that you can start to work on in the pool and see if they help, and then in the open water, hopefully nailing these things down is going to help you swim much straighter if the wind or a current is not pushing you off course. So there are 2 things I want you to think about. One of them is how your hands are entering at the front, and sometimes when you take a breath, this is an opportunity for them to do strange things. And then also how you're pulling under the water. So whenever your hands enter, they should be entering right in front of your shoulder and never in front of your head with your middle finger pointing across. So 2 things that can happen with the breath. One is you could lean your whole body into the breath, and then your arm is going across while you're taking that breath, and this could shoot you off to your breathing side. The other thing that can happen is that one goes fine, but that the one right after the breath goes the other way, and that can shoot you away from your breathing side. Another way that you can drift away from your breathing side is if the arm that is forward when you take a breath then swings underneath your body. That will tend to shoot you in the opposite direction. So that's the problem that I'm having as I breathe to the right. My left arm comes underneath instead of pushing straight back toward my hip. And that causes me to drift left constantly. So if you find you're having that trouble in open water, these are some things that you can check to make sure you're not doing those, and that should help you to swim more straight. If you have no idea which side you drift to, you have this vague recollection of being off course, but you can't remember which direction, then what I suggest doing is grabbing a lane to yourself or get a friend, and you get in the lane, start in the middle, close your eyes, don't look at all for 10 seconds. Because if you look at that line on the bottom, you're going to might make these small corrections, and then you won't be able to tell what you did wrong. So swim for about 10 seconds with your eyes closed and then see where you end up. And if you can have a friend watch you do this, it's really helpful, because some people gradually drift. Some people swim really straight, and then there's an event that causes them to go to the one side, and then they go straight from there, which just sends them farther and farther off course. And other people are all over the place, and all of these are really different types of problems, and they're going to have different fixes. So if you can have someone watching you, that's great. If not, then you can at least get some idea of what's going on by trying the closed eye test. All right. So if this was helpful, I would love for you to throw a comment down below, and make sure to watch next week when I have another tip for you. And get out there and swim straight and sight often. All right, have a great week, you guys. Bye bye.